For days, she did not speak. Her eyes were distant, like someone half living, half remembered. When Obinna returned from his journey, he found her sitting by the river bank, staring into the water, as if listening to something beneath it. He dropped his basket and ran to her. "Amara, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be alone." She turned slowly, her face pale, her lips trembling. "He came again," she said softly. "He says I'm still his." Obinna held her shoulders. "Who came? What are you saying?" "The one from the water, the one who found me before you did." Obinna's heart pounded. He had heard stories of spirit husbands, of rivers that claimed brides, but he refused to believe such tales could touch his home. He took her hand and said firmly, "You are my wife. Whatever this is, we will fight it." That night, they returned home together. Obinna lit 3 lamps, placed his hunting spear by the door, and sat beside her, refusing to sleep. But as midnight approached, the lamps flickered, one after another, their flames bending toward the window as if drawn by wind. Then came the sound, soft ripples as though someone was walking on water inside the hut. Obinna rose, spear in hand. "Show yourself," he commanded. The room fell silent. Then a man's voice, calm, deep, unearthly, spoke from the shadows. "She belongs to me. She fed me with her tears before you ever knew her name." Obinna shouted, "Leave her! Whatever bond you had is broken." A low laugh filled the air, chilling to the bone. "You mortals think vows end what the river begins?" The water spirit stepped forward, a man-shaped shadow glistening like moonlight on the tide. His eyes glowed faintly blue. He looked at Amara, not with anger, but sorrow. "You could have stayed in peace beneath my waters, but you chose the land, you chose pain." Amara fell to her knees, weeping. "Please, I just want to live. I want to be free." The spirit paused. "Freedom comes with sacrifice. Will you give what binds you to this world?" The priest had once told her that the only way to break a spirit marriage was to return what the spirit claimed. Amara looked at Obinna, at the man who loved her despite her shame, despite her fears. Then she looked at the spirit. Her voice trembled. "If I give myself, will he live?" The spirit nodded once. "He will live. The river will not touch him again." Obinna cried out, "No, Amara, don't listen. We will find another way." But Amara smiled faintly, tears streaming down her face. "There's no other way, my love. I made a vow long before I met you. I must end it." She stood, her wrapper soaked, as if the river had already claimed her. Slowly, she stepped toward the door. The spirit extended his hand, not forcing her, but waiting. Obinna tried to grab her, but his hands passed through air as cold as death. "Amara!" he screamed. She turned back one last time, her face glowing faintly like moonlight on the water. "Forgive me," she whispered. "I will always love you." Then she walked into the darkness. The wind howled, the ground shook, and when Obinna ran outside, she was gone. Only footprints leading to the river bank, ending at the edge of the water. The river was calm, almost peaceful. A single ripple spread outward, then stilled. For days, Obinna searched. The villagers joined him, calling her name, but she never returned. Only at night, when the moon was full, people said they saw a woman in white walking along the water, her feet never touching the ground, her eyes filled with sorrow. The priest later told Obinna, "Some bonds cannot be broken, only balanced." She gave herself so that you could live free. Obinna built a small shrine by the river and lit a lamp every night. Sometimes, when the wind blew across the water, He heard her voice, soft and distant, yet warm. "Sleep, my husband. The water no longer wants you." And from that day, no one in Obi dared fetch water after midnight, for the river had claimed its bride, and the river always remembered.